to protect your soul.
Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire. With crimson secrets and forbidden bliss, can't stay still, don't stop that thrill. My bones crave your skin, temptation within, mistakes ignite the silence. Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire. Connect the dots straight to the start of intoxicating war.
And a warm welcome. This is the scene here at the Etihad Stadium. My name is Derek Ray, and with me is my commentary partner Lee Dixon. I'm very much looking forward to bringing you action from the Premier League. It is Manchester City taking on Manchester United. Kai Gundogan in central midfield, and they line up with just the one striker looking to do a bit of damage. He takes aim. Not the easiest of situations for the keeper. Well, he's given a corner, the referee. Corner here. And firing it into the area. High degree of difficulty to hit it on the volley like that, and it was close.
Well, it's all about timing. You've got to wait for the ball to come down, and he's very, very unlucky. Well, that was the chance to take the lead, and the manager's frustration.
Edinson Cavani now. Fred. Fred. More than decent this from United. Real chance. Must be. Well, they can say a big thank you to the goalkeeper. That was inspirational.
Well, that's as good as a goal at the other end. Brilliant save from the keeper.
On the ball, Ruben Dias. Rodri. Well, they must exercise caution standing off as they are. Bernardo Silva. Now Mahrez. Ilkay Gundogan at the ready. And there it is, the half-time whistle. Using his strength to shield the ball. Bruno Fernandes. Bodies forward and the break looks on. Really nice ball. Just needs to stay calm. Well, to deny him from point-blank range like that, brilliant.
Well, really, really strong goalkeeping. Spread himself, used all of his body. Really good save.
Well, both teams have had substitutes swarming up, and now both will rely on their respective benches. And over comes the corner. Under a fair bit of pressure. And a promising looking attack, but comes to nothing in the end. And the counter looks on here, options available. And he's made headway. Can he finish? And a goal here, Cavani! First goal of the contest.
Derek, it's like the manager scored. He's one of the players all of a sudden. Great stuff. Well, here's the replay, and it's a lovely, quick counter-attack that sets up the chance. And he had choices of what type of finish to apply. And bang, he goes for the smash. Lovely goal. Well, he's every right to be angry. The players are not executing his game plan today.
One-nil then.
Manchester United, number 7.
Cancelo. And a good-looking ball. Cavani's in behind. Big chance. And a goal! The quick 1-2. And they've turned this game on its head.
Well, here's the replay, and it's an exquisite ball over the defence, and he chooses to use power in the finish. Not much chance for the keeper when it's hit that hard.
And United will switch things around personnel-wise. So 2-0 now.
Goal for Manchester United, number 7.
A throw-in. And Manchester City will go to their bench. Smuggled away. That's very effective, good high pressing. It is to be a throw-in. Foden. Sterling has it. And it's Gabriel Jesus. Could reduce the deficit. And he does. There is hope for them, despite the adversity they suffered earlier.
Well, here's the replay. Great disguise on the pullback cross, and it all leads to a 2v1 on the keeper, which he really doesn't have any chance with. It's a great team goal.
So there we have it, 2-1. He's given us away. Lovely ball over the top. Will he find the net? Able to clear the danger, at least for now. Well, that is a defender's job to come to the rescue. A good-looking move. Bodies forward and the break looks on. Mahrez. And a fine cross. And a goal! A late leveller from City. Huge moment.
Well, here's the replay, Derek. I love a ball into the box, you know that. It's a beauty. And then just look at the way he opens up his body here. Times it perfectly and catches it so sweetly. It's a wonderful strike. Well, we all saw that equaliser coming, Derek, didn't we? And so did he.
Hello and welcome back to the We Are City channel, and it's Manchester Derby Day. It's Manchester City versus Manchester United in a game which you could say will decide where the Premier League title will lie. If you're sort of in my position, where I think if City win today, I think City will win the title. If they lose today, the chances are they'll still win the title. They'll still be 11 points clear of Manchester United, which is a big gap, isn't it? But even so, I think a win today would make it pretty much confirmed at City. I think they'd only have to win 4 games as well after that. So 4 more wins after this one. And City could get their 22nd win in a row. What a win streak that is in all competitions. And just to start as well, I want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed. We've hit 650 subscribers today. So thank you very much to everyone that has subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much. It's great to have you all subscribing. And the City teams on the left-hand side of your screen. Now you can see Ederson starts in goal. They've gone with the back 4 of Joao Cancelo, Ruben Diaz, John Stones, and Alexander Zinchenko. In the midfield, it's Rodri who gets the nod ahead of Fernandinho. So Rodri in the middle with Gundogan on the left of him and De Bruyne on the right. Or it could be what we expect, is usually Rodri and Gundogan sitting the double pivot with De Bruyne in front. And then a front three that performed really well against Wolves, and hence why, you know, maybe people be disappointed. No Bernardo Silva, no Foden, for example. But they've gone with Sterling, Jesus and Riyad Mahrez up top for Manchester City today. And, you know, I am personally disappointed no Bernardo Silva in there. I don't know how you'd fit him in, really. I think maybe I'd go with De Bruyne up top in that false 9 and Bernardo up top in that false 9 because Bernardo's been playing so well at the moment. And Phil Foden, you feel like you always want Foden to start in a Manchester derby, don't you? You know, considering he is a City fan, I'd like to see him on that left-hand side. But Sterling was pretty good against Wolves. Mahrez was electric against Wolves, man of the match by far. And that's why City have gone with that side. And we'll have a look at the United side as well for the two teams as they compete against each other on your screen right now. So United have gone with Henderson in goal, still an injury to David De Gea. Wan-Bissaka, Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire. Luke Shaw, the back 4, Maguire and Lindelof. Big test for them today, who've been, you know, probably the most frustrating players for Manchester United fans. They've gone with McTominay and Fred in the middle, Fernandes, the key man in front, and then Rashford on the left. Dan James ahead of Greenwood, which I was a bit surprised by on the right, although Dan James has been playing pretty well, hasn't he, for Manchester United in recent weeks. And then Anthony Martial up top, ahead of Cavani, who seems like he's injured. And also Donny van de Beek's not even on the bench. So maybe we've got an injury to Donny van de Beek. And you can see the two sides, they're pretty much well matched, really, in terms of, you know, how players are going to come up against each other on the field. The way they've lined up, United have pretty much matched City, haven't they? You know, Fernandes in the De Bruyne role, Wan-Bissaka in not quite the Cancelo role, but at right back. And we'll see a lot of battles, I think, in the wide areas. I think Cancelo dropping inside is going to bring Mahrez out wide, and Mahrez going to stay high and wide on that right-hand side, and that's going to cause Shaw some problems. And Maguire's not the quickest, is he, as everyone knows, and he's going to struggle to close the gap between Shaw and Cancelo making runs between them. I think that's where City are going to get at Manchester United today. Of course, Wan-Bissaka has, you know, controlled Sterling, had Sterling in his back pocket every time I've seen them play against each other in Manchester derby. So Sterling, big test today. Can he have a bit of a go at Aaron Wan-Bissaka? James against Zinchenko is a bit of a worry for me. Anyone with a bit of pace against Alexander Zinchenko does worry me quite a bit. So I'm not so sure on that one. But I mean, the midfield battle, City will win that. It's such a negative midfield from United. And everyone knows what United are going to do today. They're going to sit back, aren't they? And try and hit City on the break with Martial, Rashford and James and Fernandes picking those passes because Fred and McTominay are not really progressive passers, are they? And Stones and Diaz should be able to control that. We've seen it before, haven't we? In the League Cup, which was the last meeting between two sides. City won in the end 2-0, 2-1 was it? And I'm hoping we get the same again today. We'll go to the live chat because you guys put your score predictions in. Of course, what we always do is we have a little winner at the end, don't we? Or a few winners sometimes. You got the score predictions right. So Subtitico, he was the first one to jump in with a prediction. He's gone with a 3-1 to City. Elmis Ranyadown's gone a 2-0 to City. Armindu's gone with a 2-0 to City. Papiso's gone to a 1-0 to Manchester City. Let's have a look. Is there any more? Laway, he said 2-0 City. Cannot see Manchester United scoring. The fans are filled with so much despair. Yeah, I think, you know, the nerves kicking as a City fan as well. I think from a personal point of view, I think City always seem to play bad against Manchester United when they're doing well. United seem to beat City when it doesn't matter in recent years. You know, so this game wouldn't really matter because City will be still 11 points clear. But that's how it tends to happen. Margaret has gone with a 3-1 to City and her other half has gone for a 4-0 to City. Everyone's gone for wins for City here. Andrew's gone for a 3-0. Gary thinks City will sneak a 1-0. He's predicting the same sort of game we saw in the Premier League last time where City and United both didn't look like they wanted to attack each other at all. Sophie's gone with a 2-0 to City. Who else is here? Elmis Randy Down says, what are you watching the game on? Sky Sports. This game is on today. He's hoping it's not going to be a 0-0. Laway's happy Gundogan started. Me as well. He's not been great, Gundogan, is he, in recent weeks. Elmis said, didn't Zinchenko pocket Salah or Mane? He did. So, you know, Dan James is nowhere near the level of those players, although he's probably just a bit quicker than them. And Zinchenko, the pace is the issue, isn't it? But I think he'll be fine. De Gea is not injured. He's in Spain for the birth of his child. Okay, I didn't know that. I assumed he was injured. I was very surprised he wasn't in the starting lineup, but he didn't start against Palace either when I watched that game. Funko Pop Boy's gone with a 0-0 as well. And so let's see how this game goes. I'm a bit nervous, to be honest with you. Like I was saying, I think City seem to always lose to United. When United, the game doesn't matter so much in recent times. And you think about that game where City had pretty much won the league a few years back. I was at that game. And I thought, you know what, City are going to batter United today. They should batter. I mean, if City don't batter United today, that is a worry. But, you know, it just seems to happen that way. City were 2-0 up at half-time and lost 3-2 in that league-winning season under Pep, the first season. And I was so disappointed. I thought, how have we thrown this away? We could bottle the league. And, of course, we couldn't bottle the league. We're so far ahead. But it's the same again today. City just... I mean, if they win this game, they only need to win, 4 games to win the league. So, for me, you've got to win this game. And I think questions... As much as you shouldn't do, Pep's been unbelievable for City, and the things City are doing at the moment is unbelievable. But if they lose to United today, the fans, it matters a big thing to us, and it's a big thing losing to United to the fans. You know, even if we win the league, we think, but we lost to United. We shouldn't have lost to United. And if anyone watched United on the other night against Crystal Palace, they were dire, absolutely terrible. You know, just no like forward passing from the midfield. Bruno Fernandes was non-existent. The front line was terrible. Cavani. I mean, you'd say Cavani was poor. He hardly touched the ball, I think, in that game. So it's hard to, you know, blame the forwards. But, you know, Maguire and Rashford have a bit of a falling out, which was well documented. So we'll see how today's game goes. I'm hoping for a City win. I'm desperate for a City win today because it mean, to me, I could finally... I mean, not that I'm not confident about winning the title. You should be confident about winning the title if you're a City fan. But I'm just a bit, like I am always, just a bit unsure whether... Which does mean we win the league title, but we'll have to see. I think if City do win this game, there's not much to worry about. But you always are not too sure, are you, as a fan? You know, you can't be too confident, because if you do start getting really confident with this City side, we've won the league. Not quite sure on that. Elmis running down says, what are those things that City players always have been between their legs, the blue thing? I'm not quite sure what you're on about. Is it the elastic bands that they train with? Before the game to stretch the thigh muscles. I'm not quite sure on that one. Elmis running down says, thoughts on Fulham? Well, Julie's impressed by Fulham. Yeah, Fulham did very well, didn't they? A side that I don't want to get relegated, Fulham. I really don't want to see them go down. They try to play football, don't they? And I feel like Fulham are a bit like a Villa. A Villa from last season. Villa nearly got relegated. They stayed up and they've had a pretty good season, haven't they? I think are they mid-table? Maybe they've dropped down in recent weeks because they've lost a few games. But they've been decent enough, and I think Fulham could do that next year. They've got a good base. I think they've got, you know, a good spine in the team. They've got a very good defence. I really like the Anderson and Adebayo defence. I think Kenny Tete is a really good sign at right back. I think Robinson at left back's a really good fullback. The midfield of Ngisa and Lamina, that's a very mobile midfield. You know, those two can really get around the field. They're probably looking for sort of a 20-goal a season sort of striker. I don't think Mitrovic is that, is he? Unfortunately. But wingers-wise as well, I mean, Cavaliero's decent. Lookman's alright. Josh Madger, to be fair to him, he's a good striker. I don't think he's going to score 20 goals for Fulham, but he looks a good sort of prospect for Fulham. So I think, I'm hoping Fulham stay up. And of course, Liverpool lost again today, didn't they? And that is that 9 games that they haven't won again at Anfield. 9 games, and I think it's 6 games where they've lost. And that is a worry. A big worry for Liverpool, because, I mean, at the start of the season, City fans were a bit worried about how City's season was going to go. And, you know, you got a lot of pundits, a lot of Liverpool fans saying, oh, well, we're going to dominate English football now. Pep's scared, he's going to leave. Everything's gone completely against it, hasn't it? So, yeah, at this point for Liverpool fans, great for City fans. I mean, they are the worst champions the Premier League has ever had, surely. How badly they've dropped off. And long may it continue. Elmis Randy Down says, I want Brighton to get relegated, too easy to get Lamptey. They play good football. Yeah, they do. I think Graham Potter, the Brighton manager, would be a perfect fit for Tottenham Hotspur. I mean, the football he plays is brilliant. One thing they lack is a clinical striker. One thing Tottenham do have is a clinical striker in, well, 2 of them in Son and Kane. So if they get them 2 playing together, you know, under Graham Potter, who can play really good football, I think Spurs would be a really dangerous side. And but I don't think City would sign Lamptey, if I'm honest with you. They've got Walker, haven't they? They've got Cancelo. 2 really good fullbacks, don't need another right back. They've got Yan Cuto, who's out on loan on Girona. They've brought in Culibeth Aguilar from Peru, who is a very good young fullback as well. They've also got Issa Kabore on loan in Belgium. So they've got 3 very good right backs there. Alpha Dionku coming through the youth team. So the right back is a position is what I mean. That City don't need to ever sign a player, and if those players progress how City are hoping to, I think it's the left back situation City will be looking into. And you know, they're very light in left backs. Even the youth team, only maybe Joshua Wilson-Esbrand, Oscar Tarasene is a bit young, and Juan Larios recently signed about, I think this season he's only about 15, who came from Barcelona. So it's going to be hard for them to get into the first team. I think they're all quite small players, not as physical for the Premier League. I mean, the sort of fullback you see coming through Spain anyway, you know, the likes of Grimaldo and Jose Gaya, Jordi Alba, that sort of fullback. We'll have to see for the future. The two sides coming out into the field now. We'll turn on our crowd audio for a bit of ambience. And the Man United team come out. Elmis didn't Tosin play for City? He did. He played for City. He was on loan at Blackburn. Was very, very, very impressive for Blackburn. They wanted him to stay. He came back to City and you're thinking, you know what? This is his time to shine. Especially at the start of the season when you thought John Stones was on the way out. You thought maybe he's better than Eric Garcia. And then City sold him to Fulham for $2 million. Ridiculous. But Tosin wanted out. I think he wanted to leave City. He didn't want another loan. He said he wanted a permanent move, and then he didn't even want a buyback in his contract because he said he wanted City to, you know, pay 50, 60 million to bring him back in the future, not pay a 25, 30 million fee to bring him back, and get in a sort of Angelino situation where he's brought back, never used, and then sold again. He doesn't want to do that, you know, derail his career somewhat. Elmis also, I think City should get Theo Hernandez. Yeah. Definitely. Theo Hernandez is the sort of fullback City should be looking to sign. I don't think it'll happen. I think he's going to be very hard to pry away from AC Milan. So I think they'll struggle with that one. Mark Kearns wants a City win. Elmis is the same with Pablo Mari and Douglas Luiz. Yeah, it's the City Football Academy, isn't it? City seem to, you know, bring in players and let them go for profit. That's what it's about, really. And then every now and again you'll get some players that come through and are really good. If you think of the recent signings, Filip Stefanovic from Partizan Belgrade, rumoured to be joining Manchester United, wasn't he? The next Eden Hazard, they call him the Serbian Hazard, he's joined City. Whether he actually gets game time, I'm not quite sure. There's a few that are impressing at the moment. Ivan Ilicic, who is out, or Ilic, I think it is, a midfielder that is out on loan, another Serbian midfielder that's out on loan at Hellas Verona. He's impressing over there. Yankel Herrera looks like a top player as well, the Venezuelan who was, you know, at New York City at one point, now at Granada, and he's playing really well for Granada. They got into the Champions League, didn't they, or the Europa League. Granada had a very good season last year, and he's playing really well in the Europa League again this year. So I wouldn't be surprised if City maybe start to blood Yankel Herrera into the first team. What is he, 23, 24 now? Ante Palversa, there's so many. I mean, they must have about 38 players out on loan City, so we could talk about them all day. Maybe it's an idea. We will do a video about the players that City have got out on loan at some point and see whether they'll come back. Do they have a chance in the first team? The majority, I'd say maybe 95% don't. The sides are out in the field now. And that midfield that's been shown on Sky Sports now in the middle, McFred they call it, the United fans, McTominay and Fred, very negative midfield from a United fans' point of view. You don't want to see, you know, them playing together, but from a City fans' point of view, I'm pretty happy to see them two in the middle because they can't pass a ball, can they? And I don't think they're the best defensively either. When the likes of Gundogan and De Bruyne, you know, and Mahrez comes inside, Cancelo getting behind them lot, I think they'll struggle. I still think it's going to be a very, very tough game today. If you don't follow us on Twitter, it's We Are City MCFC. So go and follow us on Twitter or on Instagram at WeAreCity_MCFC. I think we're about 200 followers on Instagram now. I think maybe 700 or so on Twitter. So please continue to follow us on those social medias. We put things out there, and we do have a website. We're currently working on a bit of a revamp for the website for you guys, so you can actually go over to that website. It's a bit easier for you to navigate to City-related things, and we'll be a bit more news on that in the future. And if you don't subscribe, of course, subscribe to the channel. That little red button. Click the subscribe. Can we go up from 650 in today's stream? That'd be great if we could do that. So the two sides on the field, United get kick-off. The players take the knee. The Manchester derby is seconds away from kick-off. Bruno Fernandes kicks the ball, and Manchester City versus Manchester United title decider, you could say, is underway, and a big long ball up, and Rashford there. He's got a bad back injury, Rashford, in the past. There's just been a little nudge by Cancelo there, and Rashford immediately holds onto his back. They won't be too happy about that one. If City win, United fans are going to say oil money. Yeah, they always do. You just got to ignore it. Just ignore it. It doesn't mean anything. It's like all these fans that say they don't care if City win because City don't mean anything yet. They keep tweeting about it, don't they? Considering they don't care. Oh, nutmeg and Rodri. Here's Anthony Martial for United early on. Oh, it's a penalty for United. 40 seconds in and United get a penalty. Well, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's been moaning about the penalties, hasn't he? Oh, stupid foul by Gabriel Jesus. Oh, Jay, it's a definite pen. It's a definite penalty to United. Definite penalty. Definite penalty for Manchester United. Well done, Jesus. And Bruno Fernandes, who always scores. Here he comes. Oh yeah, it's Anthony Taylor, the ref, as well. Salford born, but he's not a United fan. His family have just got season tickets at Old Trafford, but he's not a United fan. He's a Salford City fan. Here comes Fernandes. Scores his penalty. Well, he's been crying in midweek, hasn't he, Fernandes, about people only saying that he doesn't score against the big six. Well, he does, only penalties. Great start by United. Terrible start by City. What did I tell you? Well done, Jesus. I think Ederson should have saved that. Should have saved that, Ederson. Should have saved that, Ederson. Really should have saved that. But Manchester United take the lead within 1 minute. Fernandes. It's your fault, Jesus. Thing is about Jesus, if he goes and scores a hat-trick at the other end now, it's all forgotten. But the chances are he won't, will he? He'll miss 50 chances, so... Here we go again. 1-0 down to United. I said, I've got a feeling about today's game. United always beat City when it doesn't matter. City will still probably win the league, but United will get a win today, it looks like. Judging by the opening few minutes. Oh, Zinchenko's give it away. Rashford cleared away by Stones. This is a shocking start. Why is it that City just always terrible in derbies? United look on the front foot straight away. City are absolutely terrible. Here's McTominay. There's only one side that wants to win this game. Here's Rashford. Overlap is Luke Shaw. Shaw, good defending by Cancelo. City dribbling it out of their own box. Cancelo, what is he doing? Shaw! Oh, saved by Ederson. What is City doing here? This is a joke. I've drank a full bottle of water. Just terrible. Cancelo's dribbling it around his own box with 3 players round him. What is City doing? Going to get battered here, it looks like, at the moment. Not a good start by City. Margaret says we're not beat yet. Could be within 10 minutes if they carry on like this. Shocking start. Martial's in here. What is going on? What is going on? They're absolutely shook, aren't they, City? They don't know what they're doing. Here's Stones. Cancelo. Well, City's win streak could get crushed here today. Great start. What a great start. Shocking start. So frustrating how they've started today's game. That's the only shot Bruno Fernandes is going to have all game, by the way, from a penalty spot. But he'll be crying on an interview next week, won't he, about, oh, I've scored against the big sick. Here's Ruben Diaz. Gundogan. It's West Ham all over again, people. It's West Ham all over again. Cannot pass to a blue shirt at the moment. And 5 minutes in, the United are all over City. Henderson sends it long. Diaz takes it down. Here is John Stones for City. Brings it over the halfway line. What a terrible start. Realistic of all the games to lose the win streak. Don't beat the Derby, please, City. Well, you know what City are like. They will lose this game against United to lose the win streak. It's just typical of them. It's like they could have lifted the Premier League trophy against Manchester United and bottled that as well, didn't they? They still won the league, so, you know, City have the last laugh. But it's a terrible start. Loasis, I see City are doing this again. Crap passing. I saw this against West Ham. Exactly the way. It's West Ham all over again. Can't make a single pass. Shocking. Oh, they give it away though, United. Here's De Bruyne. Can City respond quickly? They can't because Kevin De Bruyne cannot make a pass. Get him off. Bernardo Silva should have started this game. Gary Ramsden's amended his prediction to a 3-0 to United. Here's Martial for United. Good defending by Cancelo. It's a throw into Manchester City, is it? Solskjaer there won both Manchester derbies. United play at the Etihad. Did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Shocking manager, isn't he? But always seems to tactically outdo Pep for whatever reason, which is a bit of a worry. Here's Shaw for United on the throw-in. Elmis ranging down says this ref is shocking, isn't it? He's a Manchester United fan. His family all have season tickets at Old Trafford. But he surprisingly is a Salford City fan despite the rest of his family not being. That's an odd one, that. Here's Scott McTominay. Back he goes to Lindelof. Maguire. Well played, Cancelo against Rashford, not. Loses it, and then he fouls Rashford. Stupid by Cancelo. City, what is going on here? Just brainless start to this game. Terrible, terrible start. Free kick for Manchester United. Maguire and Lindelof come forward for United here. It's Fernandes on the free kick here to take this one for United. It's not. Shaw swings it in. Good cross actually. Rodri away. Jesus. Dan James in there. De Bruyne gives the ball to a red shirt. I don't think De Bruyne has actually passed to a blue shirt in quite a while now, as he is. Sterling on the counter for City. Fernandes back defending. Sterling. Gundogan. Back to Alexander Zinchenko and into Ruben Diaz. Stones brings the ball forward for City up to the right hand side to Mahrez. Inside to Cancelo and back to Stones. City just getting the rhythm a bit together here. Actually passing to fellow blue shirts, which is an oddity to them in the first 8 minutes. Good turn by Gundogan. Wide to Sterling. He's isolated against Wan-Bissaka. De Bruyne's made a running behind here. Here's Kevin De Bruyne across the box. Maguire clears away. Gundogan a foot in. Sterling in there. And Dan James gives it away to Sterling. Here's Raheem Sterling. Oh, terrible pass. He can't put any pace on his pass, Sterling. Elmis says Sterling has to use his pace more. I don't think he's got any. Gundogan with a shot. Easily into the hands of Dean Henderson. City starting to grow into the game just a tiny bit now. But as soon as De Bruyne touches the ball, he just gives it straight back to them. Well, McTominay's down here. Time wasting from minute 8, minute 9 now. I think he's fine. Nothing in it, I don't think. I don't know what's up with McTominay here. Here's Lindelof. Henderson. Good pass out to Shaw. I won't be surprised if we see Henderson become United's first choice. If he gets a good run of games with De Gea being away. Here's Harry Maguire. Ball into Fernandes. Too much space for Bruno Fernandes here. Martial. Rashford. Back to Maguire. Elmis is United are going to waste time and their pressing has surprised him. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's like to me that United tend to be the worst side, but they always turn up in the derby, don't they? They always, you know, put a shift in the derby. City don't, for whatever reason. Foul by Maguire and Jesus there. Free kick for City here. Game slowed down a bit now, but United will be happy to sit back here. City will have to take the game to United now. Good pressing from United, to be fair. De Bruyne passes it straight to Manchester United. Terrible from De Bruyne. He's been really, really bad, hasn't he? James. Fred. No foul on Fred there. Get up. Here's Maguire. Shaw. United moving the ball very quickly. Here's Maguire. McTominay. I've never actually commentated on the game City have lost here on this channel. I hope this is not the first. Of all the games, I'd rather this not be the first. But not looking good at the moment. Elmis says United fans are going to say Bruno is better than Kevin De Bruyne. Just let them. Just ignore them. You know, just because they say it doesn't mean it's true, does it? Here's Lindelof. Maguire. I'm pretty sure they were saying Harry Maguire is the best English defender at some point, weren't they? But when they signed him, they changed their tune. Although on today's showing so far, Bruno Fernandes has been better than Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne can't complete a single pass. City needed Fernandinho a bit in this game just to give a nice crunching tackle on Fernandes. Oh, terrible pass by Rodri. John Stones deals with it well, and then he's fouled by Fernandes again. Bruno Fernandes with his 5th foul of the game so far, I think that is. Continues to get away with them. Pep Guardiola looks disappointed with his side. I mean, it's not entirely Pep's fault, is it? If City was 0-0 now, you know, you'd say United maybe started a bit better, but I mean, Jesus, what an idiot for making that foul in the box. Really stupid. Wan-Bissaka knocks it away. McTominay nods it on into Fred. Good play by Fred. He passes it into Fernandes and he goes back to Maguire. Fernandes wants it back again. And Lindelof, nice little loop ball, that is. Over to James. Nice pass by James as well. Fernandes tries a pass over the top, gives it away to Alexander Zinchenko, and he goes back to Ederson. Here is Ederson. Stones. City yet to get in United's box, it feels like. Cancelo. Rashford staying tight to Joao Cancelo. And he's following him inside as well. Which is making it difficult for Cancelo to get the space. United are really pressing. Jesus has got to drop into that space, which he is doing now. Really high line from Manchester United, though. Here's Raheem Sterling on the left-hand side for City. Can't go anywhere. 2 men across to him. Rodri, who's been terrible so far. Here's Diaz. John Stones on this right-hand side. Into De Bruyne. Terrible pass by Stones into De Bruyne, and he just knocks it behind for a throw-in with a poor touch. Is that Sir Alex Ferguson in the crowd there? How does he get into all these games? Surely he's not allowed in. Here's Martial. Rashford. Rodri wins it back. Mahrez. Gundogan. Terrible pass by Ilkay Gundogan. Elmi says Gundogan's not the same player with Kevin De Bruyne in the squad. Yeah, I mean, I think he does play better with Bernardo, doesn't he? I think he does play better with Bernardo Silva. Here's Stones bringing the ball for City. Good footwork from Stones. Looks the most progressive player on the team, John Stones, and he's our centre-back. Here's Diaz. Stones. Nowhere to go for John Stones. Backwards he goes. Fergie in the posh seats too, says Julie. I wouldn't have let him in. Surely it's against the COVID rules to let Ferguson in. Also, he's, what, a man of how old is he? 90, he looks about 90 odd. Surely it's a danger to let him in. Here's John Stones. Riyad Mahrez. Diaz. City starting to play with the ball a bit better here, but they're pressing City so well, United, to be fair to them. Cannot play forward at the moment, City. Cannot play forward. Diaz back to Ederson. City cannot make a forward pass. Ederson into Zinchenko. The press, though, has opened United up a bit. Oh, but they've slowed it down, City. United had pressed then, and City had sort of made their way through it, but then they couldn't pass forward. Zinchenko not making a forward pass. No run from Sterling. 2 United fans, players, across to Sterling, and McTominay wins it back off Sterling. Julius, is where does Ferguson live? Necessary travel? Probably not. Let's report him. All the City fans, get on. Let's report Ferguson for breaking quarantining rules. He'll get out of it. They'll fine him, but he's a millionaire, isn't he? So what does it matter to him? This is the problem, isn't it? When you fine people. Oh, De Bruyne, a great pass to Fred. Terrible. Rashford. With a shot! Ooh, and Ederson saves it. He lives in Wilmslow, Cheshire, as Ferguson, so he's broken the quarantine rules. He'll get away with it. But the Kevin De Bruyne there. Give the ball away again, this time to Fred. De Bruyne has not made one pass to a City player here. It's really worrying. Really worrying from City that De Bruyne cannot make a single pass to a City player. Here is Ederson wide to Stones. Can we go forward by any chance? Back to Ederson, City go. Yet to play a forward pass, it feels like. 16, 17 minutes in now. Shocking start. Diaz wide to Stones. Let's go forward if we can. Stones. Back he goes again. Here's Diaz. Here's Sterling. Rodri, back he goes. Can we go forward, Rodri, please? Diaz. Long ball forward to Mahrez. Very good pass. Good touch by Mahrez as well on his left foot. Good skill as well by Mahrez. Into Cancelo. De Bruyne on this right-hand side. He'll probably lose the ball. No, he's not. He's give it back to Stones. De Bruyne again. Gives it away to Luke Shaw. Long ball by Henderson up towards Rashford. John Stones, good header. Fernandes knocks it down to Fred. Elmis says City should be worried of Chelsea now. Suppose. I don't think Chelsea will catch him though. Martial, great skill away from Diaz. Doesn't get him anywhere though. And here is Ruben Diaz and the ball for City here. Into Joao Cancelo. This is not looking good at the moment, but there's plenty of time. Cancelo plays a really nice ball over the top to Jesus. On his chest, Jesus. Inside, Lindelof. Gabriel Jesus with a shot blocked by Victor Lindelof. Good defending there. Frustrating from Jesus though. Finally a forward pass though by City. Here's De Bruyne back to Stones. Here is John Stones. Cancelo, Rodri, back to Stones, into Diaz. It's better from City, played a bit of football now. Wide to Sterling. No intensity from City though, it feels like. Zinchenko. Wide to Sterling. One-on-one with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Gundogan. Gundogan with a shot and it steams miles over the bar. Poor by Ilkay Gundogan. At least it's an attempt. City have not had a proper chance yet though, have they? Really. Just pot shots really from the around the edge of the box. It's a poor one from Gundogan. He gets right underneath that. Leans back. Into Rose Ed. It's a goal kick for Manchester United. Here is Lindelof. Plays the ball forward into Fred. That's actually, it's into Martial actually. Good defending from Stones. Mahrez in there. Martial still got it. Here is Anthony Martial. He's playing really well. Margaret says Ferguson won't mind a fine. He's worth around 60 million. I think he's United's mascot for today. Shouldn't let him in, should they? Shouldn't let him in. Here's Harry Maguire. Shaw. Long ball by Fred. Straight out for a throw into City. Pep goes and runs and gets the ball for City. So even he can see the urgency in this. City need to score quick. Here's Diaz bringing the ball out for City. City need to respond and let United try and get another one. I think United would be happy with a draw maybe. Although if they win this, they'll feel like they're still in the title race, won't they? 11 points can be made up pretty easily. Only needs City's heads to drop, doesn't it? Bit of form trouble after this game. Foul by Shaw and Mahrez. Big man Luke Shaw. Probably bigger than he wishes he was. Here's Stones, Mahrez into Ruben Diaz. City. The intensity, the tempo is too slow at the moment. Zinchenko brings the ball forward. Good ball into Gundogan. Here's Ilkay Gundogan, but no one in the box. McTominay marking Gundogan. He's got his arms all over Ilkay Gundogan here. And it's a throw-in for City. McTominay kicks the ball out of play and expects a throw-in for himself. I don't know how. There's Zinchenko, back to Sterling. Into Gundogan, well played Sterling. A bit of pressure by Fernandes there, and Rodri's done well. Rodri with a shot, blocked away by Lindelof. Bobbles out wide to Sterling on this left-hand side into Zinchenko. Cross in. Cleared away, Rashford heads it up to Martial, I think. No, he's not even there, Anthony Martial. Where is Martial? Oh, he's back defending on the right-hand side. Very surprised. Here's Stones, wide to Cancelo. Mahrez. Stones. Bringing the ball forward, John Stones. Well played, Stones. Wide to Joao Cancelo. Get a crossing, Joao. Cuts back on his left foot. Good play on his right foot. Outside of his right boot. Tries to clear it in. Stones takes it down. And Rashford bursts away from Rodri here. City are in big trouble. Here's Marcus Rashford. United want to hit City on the counter. John Stones makes a big tackle. And City back in possession. Well played, John Stones. United are going to do that. They've got the pace to hit City on the counter. Something City don't have is pace up top. City lack pace up top. Really do. Here's Joao Cancelo. Mahrez up against Shaw one-on-one. I don't think he'll beat him. Shaw's been very impressive this season for United. Mahrez, brilliant footwork. De Bruyne, a great pass out wide to Sterling. Can he make something happen here with him, Sterling? On his right foot, Sterling. Still going. Sterling, just shoot. He's taken down the box. Anthony Taylor says get up. He's not wearing a red shirt. You won't get a penalty for that one, Sterling. He's got his red shirt underneath his black one as Taylor today. Cleared away McTominay on the way to Rodri. I tell you what, Bruno Fernandes will get a pen for that. Elmis says that's a pen all day. He's wearing the wrong colour shirt, Elmis. If he was wearing a red shirt, I tell you what. Anthony Taylor would point to the spot. I'm pretty sure he refereed the game last season, didn't he, Anthony Taylor? And give a penalty for Bernardo Silva, which was a penalty, on Marcus Rashford. And is he the same referee that missed Sergio Aguero get his knee broken in the box by Ashley Young? Probably. Relaces VAR. Doesn't exist when you're a City player. No close-up on TV. Yeah, Sky Sports won't be showing a replay of that one. Crossing by Cancelo. Cleared away by the brickhead of Harry Maguire. Slabhead, as they call him. We'll see it on the replay here. VAR. Oh. Sterling would have kept in possession of the ball. Chance here. Zinchenko with a shot. Good save by Dean Henderson. Elmis is Gary Neville so biased. You don't listen to Gary. I don't mind Neville actually, but of course when United are playing, you know what he's like. Here's Sterling. I think Carlos Tevez had a great descriptive word for... Oh, Mahrez with a shot into Rose Ed. Terrible from Riyad Mahrez. Carlos Tevez had a great description of Gary Neville, didn't he? He called him a bootlicker. That's what Tevez thinks Gary Neville is. He said, I don't like Gary Neville, he's a bootlicker. Gary Ramsden says, sorry Margaret Kearns, just frustrated with the start. Don't want United, 3-0 to United, but the way City are playing, very true, Gary. Not looking positive at the moment, is it, for City? We've got two United fans in the commentary, Martin Tyler and Gary Neville, which is a bit of an odd one, isn't it? As they always... Well, this tends to be them too, doesn't it? I suppose. If anyone remembers that United game against Liverpool where Christian Benteke scored that unbelievable overhead kick. And then Martial scored... And Martin Tyler's commentary was, oh, great goal. And then Martial scored that goal and it was You know, he went mental, didn't he, Tyler? Welcome to Manchester, Anthony Martial. Here's Riyad Mahrez for City on his left foot. Isn't he always? Space for Sterling on that left-hand side if City can work the ball to him, because we know Wan-Bissaka likes to tuck in. Diaz. Into Sterling. Zinchenko. Diaz. To Stones. Pressure on him from Marcus Rashford. Rodri. Great play by City. Cancelo. Oh, beautiful little chop and turn. Here's Mahrez up against Shaw. Blitz pass Shaw. In behind it to Jesus up against Lindelof. Great play by Jesus. Oh, good spin as well. Gabriel Jesus. Into De Bruyne. Wide back to Joao Cancelo. Shaw. Oh, and Cancelo's pass. Mahrez couldn't get in the end of it. What's Luke Shaw doing on the floor? Get up. I can't believe United are time wasting 26 minutes in. Get up, Luke Shaw. I know you're carrying a lot of weight on your legs, Shaw, but you'll be fine. Carry on. He's got a corset on under that shirt, Luke Shaw, I believe. Tucking it all in. Elmis has swapped Sterling and Mahrez. Not sure that'll do any good either. Because Mahrez only wants it on his left foot. And he can't cross, can he? But he can shoot. Fernandes. Oh, terrible flick. He can actually handball it then. Here's De Bruyne. Blitzes away from Fernandes with a good touch. Kevin De Bruyne. Back to Rodri. Stones. Cancelo. Mahrez. Cancelo back to Ruben Diaz. City should batter this United side, let's be honest. They should absolutely pace them, but they can't. That's a worry. Poor by De Bruyne again, but Gundogan makes the most of it, and then he's got it in space now, Ilkay Gundogan. He's got De Bruyne on one side, Rodri. Good little touch around Rashford. He's give it wide to Riyad Mahrez. Great touch on his left foot up against Luke Shaw. Little step over. Mahrez. Good little cut back. Shaw's on his backside. Mahrez across the box. Cleared away. And United will do what they do now. Counter-attack. Wan-Bissaka. Big tackle from Zinchenko. Brilliant, Alexander Zinchenko. Brilliant against Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Credit to him there. Here's De Bruyne. Into the box. Zinchenko back to De Bruyne. De Bruyne. Blocked away against by Manchester United. And Rodri. Great midfield. Hello, we should be back now. I think we are back. Apologies for that if you lost me there. Elmis is what's happening. If you live in the UK, Elmis, or anyone, if you live in the UK and you're thinking about getting PlusNet internet, they're cheaper than everyone else, and there's a reason why. So United still 1-0 up here. 31 minutes in. Here's Diaz. Ederson again. Wide to Stones. Into Mahrez. Oh, he's under pressure from Luke Shaw. He's done well there, Riyad Mahrez. Little flick over to John Stones. Wan-Bissaka staying tight to Sterling, not giving him much space. Gareth Southgate in the audience watching on. Thrown in here towards Jesus, who gets a forearm in the face from Harry Maguire. Free kick for City. Jesus, good play. Big tackle by Maguire on Jesus. It could be a red card, this. Bruno Fernandes, I'm not going to call him what I think he is. Crying there. Clear foul by Maguire. Ooh, a nasty tackle from Harry Maguire, that. Nasty tackle from Harry Maguire. It's where City miss a Fernandinho. There's someone who can, put in a tackle. Harry Maguire's used to fighting. Tends to be in Greece, but he's having one in Manchester today. Here's Ederson for City. City bringing the ball forward. Hopefully we can get the viewers back up again. We went down to 4. While the internet went down, we're back up to 5 again. I think we're on about 10, so... hopefully you can all join back in. Here's Alexander Zinchenko. Wide to Sterling. Good defending by Wan-Bissaka. Terrible by Sterling. No acceleration Sterling anymore, has he? He's forgot how to run. Here's Martial. Kicked by Diaz, apparently. Foul for Manchester United. Martial throws himself to the floor. There's McTominay. Rolls the ball 5 yards further forward. Still hasn't taken the free kick here. 34 minutes played. Here's Mahrez. Rodri. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. Wide to Raheem Sterling. Good pass. Sterling in space. Here is Raheem Sterling up against Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Oh, he cannot pass. Get him off. Get Sterling off. He cannot pass, can he? He can't pass. He can't score one-on-one. He's not quick. What is he on the field for? Good run by Gundogan, and Raheem Sterling, who under-hits every single pass he makes, decides to finally overhit one. Shocking from Sterling. At least he sees the funny side to it, because no one else does. Anthony Taylor, enforcing the rules that he makes up as he goes along. And here's Lindelof, Maguire. Elmis is the United players are such babies. Yeah, any decision they'll crowd the referee. You'll see Fernandes crowding the referee anyway, forcing him into the decision. You saw Ollie in his press conference moaning that other managers had put United off getting penalties. Elmis says, why does Wan-Bissaka turn to Cafe versus Sterling, but he's not very good versus everyone else? Well, the thing is with Wan-Bissaka, in this game, this sort of game, the way United play against City, they just defend, don't they? They don't need to get forward at any point. So Wan-Bissaka looks decent when he's just defending. He looks alright when he's just a defensive player. It's when he has to actually go forward when you realise how terrible he is. But Sterling's got no pace, has he? And he can't beat anyone in a one-on-one, so he's never going to beat Wan-Bissaka on that right-hand side, because Wan-Bissaka's a decent defender one-on-one. Mahrez with a poor pass. Jesus makes the most of it. Into Kevin De Bruyne, who's been terrible today. Rodri, back to De Bruyne. Well played, City. Zinchenko in space on his left-hand side. Wan-Bissaka's gone inside to Sterling. Here's Raheem Sterling inside. And Zinchenko goes backwards. Well, I tell you what, Pep's going to have to start throwing stuff around the dressing room, because this is a shocking performance. Great ball by Gundogan. Raheem Sterling got his ankle weights on. No pace at all. Oh, he's got to be across to that ball, Sterling there. Terrible. Here's Luke Shaw for Manchester United. Fred. Good tackle by Riyad Mahrez, well played. Cancelo brings the ball forward for City. Into Sterling. He sold him short there with that pass, to be fair. Sterling did well with it, and Zinchenko just passed it straight back to Manchester United. Have it back. Elmis is still in his 90 pace. What are EA thinking? No idea. Got about 40 pace when you watch him play. Well played, Cancelo. Rodri. Come on, City. Can we move the ball a bit quicker here? Fred in on Rodri there. Gundogan. There's about 11 United players back, and City have only got 5 players attacking. Jesus on the left-hand side now. Gundogan. Well, this would be a 0-0, this, if it wasn't for Gabriel Jesus' stupidity. Zinchenko whips it in off Wan-Bissaka. Oh, get up, Fred, you cheat. Just threw himself to the floor there, trying to win a free kick up against Jesus. Should have been a foul to City. Diaz. Zinchenko. Back to Ruben Diaz. Expel says City are scared of Man United. It does look like that. The way they play, and it looks like they are. They're scared of getting hit on the counter. They're very scared of getting hit on the counter. Here's Stones. Well played, Mahrez. Rodri. Lucky, but works. Mahrez. Oh, brilliant skill. Fred. Gundogan. Gundogan! Oh, they cannot shoot. Ilkay. Gundogan, put your foot through it. Great feet from Mahrez. Gets it into Gundogan. Great shooting opportunity. He's just got to put some power in the shot. and he beats Henderson, and he puts it right down the middle. No power in that from Gundogan. De Bruyne. City on the attack once again. Good pass out to Gabriel Jesus. Down the line to Gundogan. Back to Jesus. City have been the better side since the first 15 minutes. De Bruyne under pressure as well. Jesus has a run at Wan-Bissaka. Jesus shot. Blocked by McTominay. Everyone knew this is the way the game was going to go. The problem was, United have got a counter here. 5 on 4. Here's Fernandes. Terrible pass by Fernandes. What you love to see. Here's Zinchenko. Cuts back across to Fernandes. Frustrated with himself, the Portuguese international. Here's Jesus. Up against Wan-Bissaka. Great run by Zinchenko. Lindelof across to him. Back to Jesus on his left-hand side. Fernandes throwing his feet in. Good footwork from Jesus into Zinchenko. Well played, Zinchenko. Poor pass by De Bruyne into him. He's done well with it. Gundogan on the left-hand side again. Kevin De Bruyne switches the play to John Stones now. Good run by Mahrez, unlucky. Stones couldn't find him. It's a difficult pass. Great turn by Gundogan. He's got options. He picks the wrong one, does Ilkay Gundogan. City come forward again. 40 minutes nearly played now. 1-1 at half-time I'd take at this moment in time. Rodri. De Bruyne. Chance to swing one in. Crosses it beautifully. Oh, great defending by Harry Maguire of all people. Knocks it away from Jesus. Good footwork from Rashford. He sends it forward to Martial. Holds up the ball really well, Anthony Martial. Into Bruno Fernandes. De Bruyne's game is not today, but he has the ability to turn this game around, says Expel. Definitely. He only needs a bit of a moment of magic from Kevin De Bruyne and things will change. Here's Martial up against Stones. Switch of play. 2-on-1 here against Cancelo here. Rashford. Fred's across. Good defending from Stones. Really good defending. And Stones hoofs it long. Jesus. Oh, Harry Maguire. That's a second foul by Maguire. It'd be a yellow card. And then a foul by Jesus on Fernandes. That was a foul by Harry Maguire. Jesus had got away from him then. And Slabhead pulled him down. This is poor. City have been better, haven't they, since the first 10 minutes? But it doesn't matter. They've caused the problems for themselves. Elmes wants Bernardo on for Sterling. I wouldn't be against that. Anyone on for Sterling. Put Edison on left wing. He probably can pass better than Sterling, can't he? Here's McTominay. Wide to Wan-Bissaka. United are always danger on the counter. Ref got Maguire blinkers on, says Julie. Like the Greek police. Here's Rodri. Well played. Pulled down. Bruno Fernandes. Talking. Mouthing off the referee, but never gets carded. Clear foul on Rodri. Just pulls Rodri's arm back. Pulls Rodri off balance. And then Rodri can't keep the ball. It's a free kick. De Bruyne, well, judging by the form De Bruyne is in, this is not going in at all, is it? Still no yellow card for Bruno Fernandes as he continues to moan at the referee. This is not going in, by the way. Don't get your hopes up, everyone. De Bruyne is in terrible form at the moment. The chances are this is going nowhere near the goal. Or just into the keeper's hands. But we'll see. De Bruyne stands over it. Free kick for City. Probably going to go straight into Henderson's hands, straight into the wall, or straight over the wall. Into Rose Ed. There's no way this is going in. And hopefully by saying that, we see something good from De Bruyne, but I don't think we will. Here comes Kevin De Bruyne on the free kick for City. Referee Anthony Taylor blows his whistle. De Bruyne with a free kick. Straight over the bar. Who'd have thought? It's a corner. We just tipped that over the bar, Henderson. Never going in. Strange goalkeeping. He could have left that. I think he weren't quite sure. Surely he's a goalkeeper. I've never played really goalkeeper, but when you jump, you know, if you jump and stretch your arm, you're quite a few feet above the crossbar. You'd know that it was over the bar there. 43 minutes played anyway. Corner for City. Cross comes in to the back post. Ooh, problems for Maguire. Deals with it. Stones. Into Mahrez. Well played, Mahrez. Wan-Bissaka clears it well to Rashford, in fact. Rashford down to Shaw. Stones in there, wins it back for City. Here's Ilkay Gundogan. Shaw with a foul on him, surely. Oh, Gundogan. Stones well played again. Got to be a bit stronger there, Ilkay Gundogan. Julius says keep the faith, Blue Moon rising. Expel says we play with more authority. Definitely, yeah. Definitely City have been better, haven't they? Dictated the game from minute 10, but it doesn't matter, unfortunately. Here's Mahrez. Good nutmeg on Fred. Rodri. Terrible pass. Terrible pass by Rodri. Here's Fernandes on the counter. Dan James having a bit of run at City here. Here comes James. Here he comes. Rashford. Fernandes. Great pass by Bruno Fernandes behind for a goal kick. Terrible from Fernandes. United have had great chances to counter. Great chances to counter. They've wasted it. Fernandes here. Had a chance to shoot maybe. Just tried to pass it on his left foot. It was a terrible pass by him. Oh, cleared away by Fred. John Stones is bombing forward here. Pep Guardiola. Manic at the back. Cancelo. Gundogan, good turn. Jesus, here comes Gabriel Jesus. Oh. De Bruyne. Still going. Mahrez. On his right foot across the box. Oh, Jesus. Should have got there. Should have got there, Gabriel Jesus. Could have made up for his mistake. He's offside, Jesus, anyway. He's offside, Jesus. Doesn't matter. So close from Mahrez. Henderson had that covered, though, to be fair to him. Would have saved that, Dean Henderson. Good chance for City, though. Bottled it again. Where's a clinical finisher when you need one? If anyone watched Dortmund yesterday and saw the goals Haaland was scoring. United on the ball here. Martial. Fernandes. Good ball in behind to Martial here. In the box. Be careful because he's prone to going down. Big tackle, Diaz. Zinchenko on Jay. Get up. Get up, Dan James, you diver. That's half-time. Manchester City 0. Manchester United 1. And City have been shocking today. Absolutely shocking. And there's no pride in the players at the moment. No pride to wear the shirt in today's game. They've been terrible. We can only see what happens in the second half, but it ends at half-time. United 1, Manchester City 0. We'll have a break over half-time, and we're back during half-time, and also for the second half. Stay with us. We're back shortly.
I've got something to say, you should hear it.
Hello, welcome back. And at half-time, we're joined by our celebrity special guest. It's half-time talk with Kent Lane.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh dear. Well, I'm disappointed, I have to say. I must say, to start off with, I thought the team selection, I was hoping for Bernardo to be in the team and possibly Foden as well. I think that would have given us a bit more creativity, a bit more brightness, a bit more speed and more options, to be honest. But that said, first minute, who don't you want tackling in the penalty area? Jesus. Very unfortunate for us. A bit of a rash challenge. He'll be crucified for that by his teammates. And of course, Fernandez just about beat Ederson to get the ball in there. I wish I'd had a bet on Fernandez to score from a penalty, at least United to get a penalty, because it's a cast iron certainty. And it just came a bit earlier than I thought it would have done. Of course, the referee, reputedly a Reds fan, but he supposedly supports Altrincham, even though he's from Manchester.
Yeah.
And
but his family have all got season tickets at Old Trafford, believe it or not.
Well, I do believe it, yeah.
Yeah.
So City didn't start in the usual pattern of play. That I think each match, I'm saying City are playing how they normally play. They haven't done that today. It seems to have swapped over because United seem to be more pressing, passing the ball. That's certainly how it started, and making us make mistakes, not letting us play our game. So we've suffered for that. Some interesting and chances on goal for both sides. United haven't looked particularly dangerous in the attack, certainly with the shots or the openings that they've tried to make. So a good example was that Fernandez pass there as the attack right on almost just before half time. Don't know who Fernandez were passing to. He's certainly not a good player in my view. He's not a good all-round player, and less of his frustration today. He's been a man who's shown his frustration with his teammates and disrespected them, as Roy Keane has said. City, 1 or 2 chances now. We're getting a bit more creative. Kevin's still looking a bit rusty to me. I said this in the last game. He's trying his best, but those passes, those incisive and forensic passes straight to the man, they've not been coming off much today. I don't know that he's completely back to his normal brilliant self. The press by United has diminished a little as the games got into the later stages of the second half, because City started to run their defence a little bit ragged at times. They'll be feeling it now. They'll be getting quite tired. They'll be glad to be going in 1-0, I'm sure. Certainly, City much brighter as the game has gone on there, and looking a bit more like they're in this now. Quite unfortunate, I thought, to not go in level, but I'm fully expecting United to be G'd up by the going in 1-0 and to come out with more intensity, and certainly not going to sit back. I think they're going to try and hit us again. But that said, I think City will be going all out now to pressure them, press them, and create more. I expect changes because I don't think this setup's working particularly well. We normally work like a well-oiled machine, and today I think there's just been a few issues with the cogs not quite turning correctly there, and causing us to lose our tempo, I think, because we're not playing in the way that we expect City to play. We expect a lot these days. We expect good, fluid football, lots of pressing, lots of chances, and we're not quite there yet. But of course, as the game's gone on and got nearer to half time, the chances are improving and the players getting better. But that said, we're still not always doing that decisive ball. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too optimistic at the moment, if I'm honest. I just can't see City scoring. The way they're shooting is terrible. You know what I mean? It's like they can't finish the chances. And United are always going to be a danger on that counter-attack, and they've messed it up a few times. But I think, it only takes United. United only play in little minutes of games, don't they, really? And they'll score in their minutes, and that's it. And if, United score another goal, I think that'll be game over for City, because I can't see them scoring 3.
No, I think if United do score, then we're not going to win.
No.
But United are lately the draw specialists. But I think this game is their chance to come out of that, really. Unfortunately, because the goal for them came so early, it's given them confidence, and it's let them think that they're a better team than they actually are, and that's allowed the game to flow. And unfortunately, that's hit our confidence. We look rattled. It's as though we're quite nervous about the game instead of our usual strong, forceful domination of the game. The City are usually very dominant, and today we're not showing that at all. We're being more of a sub than a dom. So I'm hoping that we can get out there now. And Pep's saying, I'm sure he's going to have strong words in the dressing room, because those players aren't giving the game that I'm sure he's set them up to do. I'm hoping Bernardo comes on quite quickly. I'm hoping Foden comes on as well. And Jesus, for me, isn't doing it either. I think we need, I think he'll go off ultimately.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you very much, Kent, and let's be trying optimistic and hope we get something from this second half against the side that we should be beating, shouldn't we, really? Thank you very much for coming on, Kent.
You're very welcome. I'll see you next game. Bye-bye, everyone.
See you next time.
I've got something to say. You should hear it. Oh.
Step by step, the clock is ticking, but there's no protect your soul.
Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting.
Hello and welcome back to the We Are City channel. Getting ready here. Moments away really, aren't we, from the second half. Manchester United versus Manchester City. Derby day, and the City fans are all pretty excited, weren't we, for the Derby day? Thinking, you know what, things could happen, couldn't they? You know, City could pretty much confirm themselves Premier League champions maybe today with a win today because they've been so far ahead. And within 34 seconds, all the excitement had been crushed, hadn't it, by a penalty given to Bruno Fernandes. And of course, as Bruno Fernandes always does, he scores a penalty, doesn't he, Fernandes? And City are 1-0 down at half-time, and City huffed and puffed and tried to get back into the game, and absolutely nothing at the moment. Can't finish the chances, can't shoot, can't pass. Not looking good. And noticing by a lot of the live chats, because your battle away, your internet went down, so did ours. A lot of people are saying, get Foden on. Yeah, I'd get Foden on and get Raheem Sterling off. A lot of people seem to be realising, are not so happy with Raheem Sterling. And you can see why. He's been shocking as Raheem Sterling, as he always is at the moment. And I'd definitely get Sterling off and bring Phil Foden on. I think that is the best idea. I think there's other little substitutions I might make. I'd get Bernardo Silva, and I think De Bruyne is not cutting it at the moment. I don't think Gundogan is. I don't think Rodri's been fantastic either in midfield. I would have preferred maybe a Fernandinho in there, despite Rodri playing so well in recent weeks. The big games is when it seems to crumble for him because he hasn't got the pace, and when United come on that counter, it's a problem. It's just, I don't know how to sort things out for City at the moment in this game. Pep's surely got to, get into him and say, you know what, this is a disgraceful performance at the moment. You should be winning this game. Let's go on and win this now. We've got the ability to do it. So we'll see if Phil Foden comes on for City. I don't think there'll be any substitutions at half-time, if I'm honest with you. I don't think there'll be any substitutions at all. That's not Pep's thing, is it? And it's got not a good message to the players, I suppose, subbing at half-time. But City have got to score, haven't they? They've got to score the chances. Elmis thinks United are paying the ref. I don't think they have to pay him. He's happily giving them chances to him. Sterling there having a bit of a talk with Ilkay Gundogan. Gundogan probably saying to Sterling, try and kick the ball properly this time. Although Gundogan's shot was also really poor, wasn't it? No power in it. So we'll see what goes on here. City have got the ability to get into this game, haven't they? They really have. So we'll see. Oasis City have got to get some control at the end of the half. Yeah, City have got to get a grip of this game. That's the problem. The problem is if City, what City like to do is they want to keep possession. They want to keep a high line. United will hit them on the counter. And I don't think it's going to end well if that's the way the game's going to go. City have got to take a hold of this game and score the goals. So City versus Manchester United, second half underway, live from the Etihad. City kicking from right to left in this half towards the family stand. And hopefully we see a better second half. And immediately Rodri goes back to Ederson. Elmis running down to City have the same amount of shots on target as United. United have had one clear-cut chance. City, I don't think have had a clear-cut chance, have they really? Here's Diaz. Zinchenko. Back to Ruben Diaz. Forgot the ball there. Did Alexander Zinchenko. Ederson brings the ball out for City. Wide to Stones. Into Ruben Diaz. United only need one lethal counter-attack, don't they? And I think it goes to 2-0. We're going to be seeing the red half of Manchester. Going to win today. Here's Stones back to Diaz. Brings the ball forward wide to De Bruyne. Cancelo, is it? No, Mahrez lifts it around the corner to Cancelo can't quite get there. Maguire, great turn by Harry Maguire. And a foul in by Joao Cancelo, free kick to Manchester United. Big switcher play to Wan-Bissaka in a bit of trouble here. Wan-Bissaka plays it long. Among Knights is what's my prediction. Whew. Don't ask me that. Don't ask me that. I'm a bit of a pessimist, if I'm honest with you. I always am, so don't ask me what my prediction is. But you've gone with a 1-1. I think City might get a goal. It's Sterling. They should be winning this game, really, shouldn't they? I saw someone on Twitter said if City lose this game against United, they're that bad. Pep should be sacked. Here's Riyad Mahrez. To Rodri. Rodri with a shot! Oh, off the bar. Rodri hits the bar on the way through. Really good hit from Rodri, but don't matter if it's a good hit. Not good enough, was it? Didn't go in. Good side foot by Rodri. Oh, off the corner of the bar. Close. Very close. Deserved a goal, that, but not happening. Got to score the goals. Here's Wan-Bissaka into McTominay. Oh, it's a terrible pass. And then he fouls Gundogan. Free kick to City. McTominay, I wouldn't be having to go at the referee. I'd be having to go at Aaron Wan-Bissaka because he has really done you a bad pass there. Launches it at McTominay from 2 yards, 3 yards away from him. Miscontrols it and ends up fouling Gundogan to stop him from turning him. Free kick to City. Can City have a good pass here? We haven't seen it yet in the game. Played 48 minutes of football now. Let's see how this free kick goes in from Kevin De Bruyne. Margaret Kearns thinks City will fight back. Here's Kevin De Bruyne on the free kick for City. Zinchenko swings it in. Straight into the hands of Henderson. Poor by City. Really poor free kick. Henderson throws it out to Luke Shaw. Where's Mahrez defending it? Shaw, straight past Cancelo. Too easy. Here's Shaw. Wide to Rashford. Inside Stones. Shaw. 2-0 United. Game over. This is crap from City. 2-0 down to Manchester United, and City are not coming back from this. Absolutely terrible from these, and they've got to hang their heads in shame here. Absolutely have to. They can't even turn up in a Manchester derby. Shocking. How many times the Pep sides do this in the Manchester derby as well? 2-0. Game over. Shocking from City. Disgusting performance, really, isn't it? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Terrible, terrible football from City. Just let Shaw go through. He puts it in the bottom corner. And this supposedly very good defence has crumbled. Absolutely crumbled. Among Knight says, my brother thinks 3-1 Man U. Good chance. Terrible from City, and they deserve to lose this game. Fair play to Manchester United. A better side than Manchester City today. City have been terrible, and the players not turned up for the fans today at all, have they? As they don't turn up in Manchester derbies. They don't turn up in Manchester derbies. Here's Zinchenko. Terrible from City. Wan-Bissaka goes flying in on Jesus. Throw in. City won't score Among Night. They're crap. Here's Rodri. Hard to watch and listen, says Julie. I wish I didn't have to. If I weren't doing a live on this game, guys, I would have turned it off. I would have gone and sat upstairs. Anywhere away from the television. Get off Twitter for a few weeks because you'll never hear the end of this. Andrew says so poor. Sheba says I've had to watch it, it's so horrible. Cancelo's just stop that Luke Shaw run, says Luay. A lot of things City should have done that they can't do today. Here's Sterling up against Wan-Bissaka. Sterling with a shot. Brilliant shot, Sterling. You're fantastic. He passes it straight to Henderson's hands. Well, one thing we know about Sterling is at least he can pass to United players. Gary says he likes Margaret's confidence in City fighting back. Some call it confidence. Others may call it delusion. Here's Wan-Bissaka. Forward for... I mean, this is shocking from... How can you lose to this terrible United side? It shows that they're not as good as they think they are, this City team. No urgency from the team either. It's like they're not even bothered to win. It's like it doesn't mean to the players what it means to the fans, I don't think. Clearly. Here's Stones. They've took the foot off the gas. And they're about to lose to Manchester United. Here's Cancelo. Terrible pass by him. Diaz. Rodri. Sterling. Elmis has got Foden and Bernardo on. It's too late, Elmis. I don't think Pep will even make a sub at this rate because he knows it's over. Here's Gundogan. Great cross by Gundogan. Straight to Manchester United. Martial. Good defending by Diaz. De Bruyne. A little bit of urgency. No, Gabriel Jesus loses the ball. If Jesus stays on this pitch for another 5 minutes, there's something wrong, isn't there? Julius is 40 minutes left yet. Another 40 minutes United to get another one. They could do here with Dan James. Good turn by John Stones, though, to intercept that. Here's Cancelo. City are going to get battered here at the moment. Shocking. Absolute shocking performance. And it's very hard, you know. I do like to stay positive on these live streams. You've got to try and stay positive for you guys as well. But sometimes it's very hard to stay positive, isn't it? Especially when you're 2-0 down to your rivals. Elmis is Stones, the only good player yet. Stones is the only player that can hold his head high. Here's Jesus. Can he score a chance, Jesus? Probably not. Wide to Mahrez, Sterling in space. De Bruyne on the overlap. De Bruyne crosses it back straight to a Manchester United player and cleared away. Rodri strength against Anthony Martial. Mahrez. Cancelo. Oh, he's having a woeful game, Cancelo. He's give the ball away again here. Here's Rashford up against Diaz. Oh, Diaz. Here's Fernandes. Going to get battered here. This is why City won't win the Champions League as well, because it's these sort of games. They don't turn up, do they? Handball by Fred. Free kick Manchester City. Gundogan. Not allowed to be taken quickly. Sexy Jurgen says gets Jesus and Sterling off. They've been shocking, haven't they? Elmis says if I was a City fan I wouldn't want KDB to play. I don't want Kevin De Bruyne to play at the moment. He's been terrible. Here's Maguire. Don't want half of them to play. Get Jesus and Sterling off as well. Non-existent today. Lindelof brings the ball forward. Here's Martial. Sits down. Rodri. Could be 3-0 here. Wide to Dan James. This is shocking from City. Absolutely shocking. This is shocking. It's this honestly, how any City player can actually be happy with how they're performing here? They can't be. Sheba says this is why we need to bring in a good striker. Oh, yeah. Can't finish our chances, can we? Back to bad defending though today. Suppose if we can score our chances, it don't matter if you concede 2 goals. This is shocking. United are a terrible side, let's be honest. Luay says battery finished, gotta go, sorry. Don't worry, Luay. I wish I could go. Here's a free kick for United. Corner, actually. Shaw swings it in. Expel says we can get a draw. Not happening. Not happening. Here's Wan-Bissaka. Even he just kicks it out of play. By Luay, says Julie. This is just dire. Elmis says feel bad for Stones and Pep. You're the only 2 people. Well, Sheba says Ollie only turns up against us. He does, that's why he keeps his job. So, I mean, if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer keeps his job after beating City today, fair play. But, I mean, Guardiola is the best manager in the world, and I agree he's the best manager in the world. He constantly gets out-tacticked by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Got to be questions asked of him after this game. Diaz. Stones. Gundogan. Wide to Mahrez. Can City get a goal here? I can't see him scoring, to be honest. They can't actually create anything. Cancelo's going backwards. Rodri. Zinchenko. Here's Sterling. Nothing's going to happen. Oh, well done, Sterling. Gives it straight away to a United player. Diaz defends well. Aggressive defending from Diaz. Gundogan. Can we go forward, City? Elmis is not his tactics. The players aren't showing up. But surely it's his job to motivate the players. If the players aren't motivated for a Manchester derby, then there's something not right. And United are on the counter again here. Shaw. Fernandes. Terrible cross. Diaz with a terrible header. Martial! Saved by Edison. This is honestly painful to watch. How bad City are. Absolutely terrible. How many times has Pep failed to motivate his team for a derby? Yellow card for Luke Shaw for blocking off Riyad Mahrez here. Free kick to City. Nearly 60 minutes gone. Terrible from City. It's just so bad. Words cannot describe. Elmis Stones has been our most threatening player, exactly, and he's your centre-back. Shocking. Jesus set the precedent of this game, didn't he? He really did. Jesus giving away a penalty in the opening minute. Here's Stones. I said United. I always have this feeling United will beat City when it don't mean anything. In the cup game, I didn't think City would win. Foul by Martial and Mahrez. City play on. Julie says, what was the half-time team talk? Go out there, lads, and more of the same. Feels like it, doesn't it? Wonder what he said to Sterling. Keep doing what you're doing, Raheem. You're doing great. Great cross by Sterling. Not. Behind for a corner for City. Wan-Bissaka blocks it. Elmis is lesson learnt. False 9 play it. Lesson learnt. Gabriel Jesus bench it. Quit playing him. Cross it by De Bruyne. To Mahrez, who slices it into Rowe's head. Rubbish. Absolute rubbish from City. Again. This is bad. Ruben Diaz is the only outfield Man City player to have not attempted a shot against Manchester United so far, apparently. According to the stats. Sheba says, Juice, given that way that pen is the reason everyone's heads went down. Exactly. I think City would have played for a 0-0 today. Among Knights says, I went to something the United youth stand and he is so happy compared to you. Well, isn't he a United fan? Or claims to be a United fan from Nottingham. So of course he'd be happy compared to the City fans, no? Elmis says, are you watching City or Accrington Stanley? Probably Accrington Stanley at this rate. They've put them in a bunch of blue shirts, haven't they? Here's United on the counter again. 4v3. Martial wide to Rashford. Good defending by Cancelo. That's the first time you're going to say that today. Sexy Jurgen says, bring on Foden. It's terrible. He won't make a substitution here. He knows the game's dead. Cancelo. City look devoid of ideas here. Absolutely rattled after that first goal. And Sheeba says he can't stand Gullbridge sometimes. I don't think his wife can stand him either. She ever see him? Here's Zinchenko. Wide to Ruben Diaz. Stones. Oh, this is terrible from City. It's like sticking needles in your eyes at the moment. Drinking bleach. Here's Gundogan. Oh, poor by Cancelo. Rashford, pulled down by Cancelo. They keep going forward. Fred tries to take on Stones. Stones does well. Oh my word, Anthony Taylor, that is a joke. United get fouled, let's say, at least 60 seconds before the foul's given, and he comes back for an advantage. Shocking bit of refereeing. Shapes, I doubt Pep will even be bothered a lot. For him, it's still top of the table. Exactly, and that's what frustrates me. This is a game against Manchester United. He doesn't care. He doesn't care, does he, Guardiola? He doesn't get it sometimes. Jurgen says, what good is it if we still can't beat a team that's a pile of crap? Exactly. Guardiola doesn't get it into his head, does it? He seems to understand because he's a Barcelona fan when, they play... Barcelona, when he managed them, played... Oh, what is this substitution? He understood that they had to beat Real Madrid. He doesn't understand it when he's a City fan, does he? Kyle Walker's coming on for Manchester City. Sterling. Good pass, De Bruyne. Counters on. Kevin De Bruyne. Fernandes getting back. Fouls him. De Bruyne, great pass. Jesus, please score, Gabriel Jesus. Penalty. It's a penalty. It's a clear penalty, Anthony Taylor. Oh, my word. That's a clear penalty. VAR there. Jesus chops back inside the Manchester United player, who comes sliding in, takes Jesus' legs, doesn't touch the ball, and of course Anthony Taylor, his United season ticket in his pocket, doesn't give a penalty. The refereeing's been terrible. City should have had at least one penalty there. But you can't let that, sort of disguise the fact that City have been absolute rubbish. You can't blame the referee. He's been rubbish yet. But you've got to play better yourself, and City have been terrible. I'm not going to blame the referee at all. City look terrible. They can't even run. Here's Rashford having a run at City here. Kyle Walker's going to come on at some point. A nice attacking substitution by Guardiola. Oh, this is... Rashford. Good interception by Sterling. Got lucky. Diaz. Zinchenko. Ederson. Cancelo, great ball into Mahrez. Can we go forward? Rodri. Gundogan. Here they come, Ilkay. Gundogan. He's got Zinchenko. He's making a run forward. But look how many City players are in the box. Fernandinho is waving the players. Get forward. There's not one City player that looks like they want to attack here. De Bruyne. Mahrez. Onto his right foot. Jesus can't shoot. Jesus, great shot. Get him off. He should have come off minute one after that stupid penalty decision, Jesus. Get Gabriel Jesus off. Oh, now some stupid fans can stop the Champions League crap. Yeah, City will never win the Champions League this season. Cancelo off, Walker on. And even when City were playing well, even when we were on that 21 game win streak, which is now ended today, I said, City won't win the Champions League. Yeah, well, this is United's trophy for the season, isn't it, winning this game? The only trophy they're going to win. Fred. Martial. You've got to turn up in the big game, City. They've not done it here. Walker on for Cancelo, who's been given the runabout today. McTominay. It's alright, everyone, because at the end of the game, they'll all be giving hugs and, oh yeah, it's great that we've lost 2-0. There won't be any disappointed faces in the City camp, which is so frustrating. They just don't get it. I mean, I think Stones gets it, but the others just don't get it. Julie says, I could finish better than Jesus. I think if I clawed both my eyes out and cut both my legs off, I'd still finish better than Jesus. He's shocking. He's absolutely shocking at finishing. I can't defend him any longer and say he's more than a striker. I cannot defend him any longer. United are just strolling to victory here. City not even causing them any problems. Just shocking. Luke Shaw with a throw in here. Elmis says Foden coming on. 20 minutes too late. Well, if there's anything to go by, if you watched our FIFA predicts, City were 2-0 down in the FIFA predicts and drew 2-all. So, and Foden scored the winner. And Jesus scored the other. That's not happening, is it? So on comes Phil Foden for City. Probably, it should be Sterling. But since Pep loves him so much, I can't see him coming off, to be honest. But it should be Sterling who comes off here. Or De Bruyne. Or Jesus. Although taking a striker off's not helping us, is it at all? Really isn't helping us. Here's Maguire. Martial. Good footwork from Martial. Martial. Fernandes, interception by Walker. Rashford, oh, good defending. Rashford should have shot then. Here's Dan James. Up against Sterling. Fred. Fernandes. Rashford. Got Shaw in the overlap. United pushing forward. They want another goal here. McTominay. Martial! Oh, good save by Edison. Should be 3-0. Been absolutely battered today. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Martial should score. Amma says Haaland and Messi are the main targets in the summer. Elmi says if City don't get Haaland, they're not winning the league. Yeah, they'll still win the league. They'd still probably win the league next season. Jurgen says, I feel bad for John Stones and Phil Foden who wanted us to win. The only two that wanted us to win. Has Foden not come on yet? Or has he come on? Have I missed it? Crossing by Shaw. Into the hands of Edison. Can we get on the attack now? Edison into Mahrez. Counter for City. Here comes 4. Oh my word. We 4-on-3 and we probably still won't score. Here's Riyad Mahrez. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant by Mahrez. Gives it straight back to Manchester United with a chance to score. Incredible. Crap. 16 attempts to 8. Sums City up, doesn't it? Can't finish the chances. Zinchenko in behind here. Get a good cross in, Zinchenko, please. Terrible cross. Behind for a corner. Is this payback for laughing at the Scousers losing to Fulham? Liverpool are not even in the realm of City, are they, at the moment? Elmis is an injured. Rashford's better than Sterling. Definitely. Terrible from City. Rashford's injured himself here. So he looks like he's going to come off for United. I'm glad Pep's bringing on Foden 70 minutes in and not half an hour ago when he should have come on. Elmis says Pep loves Jesus and Sterling. He does, doesn't he? Mahrez just passed the ball. 4-on-3 against United. The chance to get back in this game. And he's an idiot. It takes 3 hours to pass it. Typical Mahrez. He takes just so long to do anything, doesn't he? And yes, sometimes it's good. But chances are it's going to be crap. Jesus is off. And I don't want to see him for a while now, Gabriel Jesus, because how many chances? How many chances can you give someone? Rashford limps off. Get off, Rashford. Hurry up. So Foden on for Jesus. No striker on the field now. We've got Sergio on the bench, have we? They probably won't bring you on. The only person who can actually finish in front of goal. And Mason Greenwood's coming on for Manchester United. Fantastic. A bit more pace against our defence because that's worked well. Corner taken into Zinchenko. Back to Gundogan. Oh, great cross by De Bruyne into Henderson's hands. Crap. Absolute crap from City. Oh, what's going on now, Henderson? Among Knights says you've not edited your City lineup screen. That's the lineup City started with. I ain't got a chance to edit the substitutions onto it. Here's Mahrez. Zinchenko. Coming forward is Zinchenko, goes into Ruben Diaz. Gundogan. Here's Ilkay Gundogan. City look devoid of ideas as they have all game. No strike. Oh, Sterling's up front now. That's fantastic because he can shoot, can't he? So Greenwood's on for Rashford. Pep tries to encourage his team. I wouldn't shake hands with Ollie, Pep. I wouldn't shake hands with him. Don't know where his hands have been. Pep needs to shut up anyway. He's moaning at Ollie. I mean, come on, Pep. You're losing to him. You're losing to this idiot. So, you know, no use throwing your toys out the pram. It's your fault. How can you get the tactics wrong? I think every time we've played United, we seem to just lose, don't we? Unless it's a cup game or, you know, it's for... If this was the game that meant City'd win the title, definitely. I think they'd win it. Oh, my word. Mahrez, you... So hard to watch this. Oh, Zinchenko nearly dipping Ederson there with a header back to him. 73 minutes gone. It's going to end 2-0 here. City can't score against Harry Maguire of all people. Shocking performance. And it's not even like you can blame anything on it. You can't say it's the referee. I know the referee hasn't been great, but you can't say it's the referee. The players have been terrible. The lineup, the tactics, nothing has worked today, and it's all down to the players and Pep Guardiola. Terrible. Jurgen says we agreed we can't do anything against United every time with Pep. We can't, can we? Unless it's a cup game and it means something. They're crap against them. They're crap in the league against them. Here's Foden. Be our first loss on stream as well. This is Phil Foden. Wide to Mahrez. De Bruyne on the overlap. Into Foden. On the turn! Oh, and he slices it. Well, just another miss. Add it to the collection. Should have scored. El misses Foden, the best player already. Should have scored though, Foden. Among Knights is 0-0, 2-0 and now 2-0 again. Yeah. He slices that, there's Phil. United playing out from the back with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Pressure on him by Phil Foden. Foden should have started this game ahead of Sterling. Definitely. Definitely should have started this game ahead of Sterling. Surely you've seen this in training that Foden cares more. Fernandinho's leading the line from warming up. He's the one telling the players what to do. Kevin De Bruyne is the captain on the field. El misses De Bruyne is not a leader. He's not, is he really? Not like Fernandinho. Not like Fernandinho. United are going to time waste in the corner flag and take the mick like City do. Wan-Bissaka here, clears it down the line to Greenwood on his chest. Fernandes, great switch of play. Brilliant by Bruno Fernandes. And here United on the counter again to make it 3-0. Dan James is racing off. Luckily Kyle Walker's got the pace to keep up with him. Luke Shaw goes and goes and goes. And no one's... Finally Stone steps in, but the midfield has been on it. Rodri has been absolutely terrible today. Walker wins his side a goal kick. Luke Shaw's gone down now. Too much weight for his legs to handle for Luke Shaw. Guardiola looks on. It's hard to commentate on this because there's just nothing happening, isn't there, from a City point of view. It's just City passing the ball back to the goalkeeper, kicking it out of play, misplacing the pass. This is Guardiola's results to Manchester United. A 0-0 draw, a 3-2 defeat, a 3-1 win, a 2-1 loss and a 1-0 loss. He's only beaten once at home to United. Only one win at home to United for Pep Guardiola. Absolute terrible record. But he doesn't care, honestly. I knew before this game, I did say it, didn't I? I've got a feeling about this game. Shocking from City. And United with a chance of winning the Premier League title, you'd say. Back in the title race for them. Here's Walker, cuts inside. Can't pass though, Kyle Walker gives it out, but blocked away. Fernandes a throw in for City. A draw he'll do us now. I'd take a draw. If City can nick 2 late goals. It's not going to happen, but I won't mind it. Maguire in on Sterling, who's weak. Maguire clears it away. Zinchenko picks it up. Wide to Foden. United haven't been that good, says Elmis. City have just been crap yet. Well, they gifted him a goal, didn't they, within 40 seconds. Thanks to Gabriel Jesus. Here's Mahrez. Stones. Rodri. Mahrez. Into Ruben Diaz. Wide to Phil Foden. De Bruyne. Rodri. Wide to Kyle Walker. Good movement by City there. Mahrez dragged the defence inside of United. Gives Walker space on his right hand side. Too bad Kyle Walker can't cross a pass. Rodri on the edge of the box. Rodri. Oh, nice idea. Keeps the ball though. Well, misses. Cancelo left back and Walker right back. Great cross in! Sterling! You moron! Get him off! I tell you what, if someone offered me 50p for Raheem Sterling right now, I'd say, which car do you want, Sterling? Because I'll buy it and take you wherever you want to go. He misses an absolute sitter here, Sterling. He's rubbish. He's absolute rubbish. If you think Sterling's any good, you're kidding yourself. Get Sterling off the field. He cannot finish anything. Shocking. Not scoring in his previous 22 appearances versus Manchester United. How did he not score that, Sterling? That is the problem City have got. Get him out now. Get him off the field and get Sergio on. I cannot believe it. Gary Ramsden says winning runs to an end but add some time. Still in top 4 competitions. League's almost wrapped up. Yeah, it was a bad day at the office, but you wish you... I'd rather, a bad day at the office against not Manchester United, Gary. Among Knight says Sterling's bad every game. Jurgen thinks Sterling's a United fan. I don't think he's a United fan. I don't think he's just crap. Sergio's there on the bench. Get Aguero on the... How does Aguero not start ahead of Raheem Sterling? He's got 8 goals in Manchester derbies. As it says in the stats there, the highest of anyone. Ahead of Rooney, ahead of Cantona. Yet he's sat on the bench. Rodri. Oh. Here's Foden. 80 minutes played. City are not getting back in this, but they'll give it a go. Problem is, they'll give it a go, but they can't finish. Here's Foden. Gundogan. Walker. Mahrez. Nowhere to go. Gundogan. Mahrez again. Great ball in. Foden takes it down. Foden. Oh, Wan-Bissaka clears it away. Diaz. Rodri. Helmis asked us Aguero. Does Pepe hate Aguero Foden? He loves Sterling, doesn't he? Gundogan, great ball. Maguire intercepts. Here's Dan James, and it's going to go 3-0 here. Martial. Going to get punished here. Fernandes. Greenwood on the overlap. Wide to Greenwood. James. Oh, terrible pass by Greenwood. Lucky, lucky City. City come forward. Rodri. Gundogan. Here's Gundogan again. No idea, City, what to do. De Bruyne. Get your hand down, Sterling, because if anyone passes it to you in the box, you'll miss it anyway. Here's Mahrez. Gundogan. Rodri. This is dire. Walker. Mahrez. Rodri. Wide he goes to Kyle Walker, does it? He does. Kyle Walker always picks the wrong pass. He's put one good cross in, Sterling missed the sitter. Gundogan. Walker. Back he goes. Do the players know they're 2-0 down here? Diaz swings it in. Stones in the box. Header. Over the bar. Terrible from City. Elmis says, I thought Sterling was better than Rashford. I don't think Sterling's better than Harvey Barnes at Leicester City, is he? Here's Greenwood. Being shown there. Played a poor pass there, and that counts that for Manchester United. Here's McTominay. Good spin away from De Bruyne. Fred plays his way into danger. Rodri wins it. United have had the pockets picked here, but City, can they capitalise? Chances are no. Mahrez on his right foot. Got to pass it wide to De Bruyne. Poor pass. De Bruyne cuts back. Still going De Bruyne. Cross in. Deflected. Lindelof lumps it away. Gundogan picks it up. Wide to Foden. Gundogan still going behind for a corner for City. It's a goal kick! Anthony Taylor. He's got his red tinted glasses on. Clearly a corner for City, that one. Well played, Anthony Taylor. Wan-Bissaka clears it for a corner, but he give it as a goal kick. I don't know how the referees give it as a goal kick, but we've seen it all game, haven't we? Okay, Gundogan there. Unlucky not to win a corner for his side. Definite corner for City. Somehow has been missed. City have had 79% possession, but done absolutely nothing with it. Here's Stones, wide to Walker. Bombing forward up the right-hand side here, Kyle Walker. Little step over. Doesn't know what to do with it. Gives it Kevin De Bruyne. He swings one in De Bruyne. Into Sterling! Oh my! Raheem Sterling with another clear chance, and he heads it for a goal kick. Glorious, two glorious chances for Sterling to make it 2-2. Sterling can get lost. Honestly, that is... Raheem Sterling. Anyone would have... I think even Jesus would have scored these two chances that Sterling's missed. At least Jesus can score tap-ins. Martial. Thinks he's skillful, but he's not. City have been just crap, haven't they? Absolute rubbish. Here's Mahrez, Gundogan. No one cares apart from Foden and Stones, says Elmis. Here's Diaz. Foden. Zinchenko. Behind to Foden. Foul by him by Wan-Bissaka. Free kick to City. Wan-Bissaka dives in as he usually does. Elmis says Diaz has not been good. He hasn't. Jurgen says Sterling. I've been saying it since that miss against Leon. Yeah, he shouldn't have missed that either. Chance for City to get a cross in here. Although is there any optimism that they'll score? Not if Sterling gets on the end of it. De Bruyne over the corner. Can he actually get it in towards the City player? De Bruyne crosses it in to the near post. Cleared away by Fernandes. I mean, Fernandes looks like he cares more than anyone else. First bad game for Diaz. Stones hasn't been bad at all this season. Very true. De Bruyne swings it in. Oh, a chance at the back post. And still, City cannot put the ball in the net. The whole idea of football is the main thing. You put the ball in the net and they cannot do it. Great header by Gundogan. Knocks it on for Stones and he can't get his toe on it. Well, Nemanja Matic is going to come on for Martial, so United are going to sit back even more than they have done already. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has had a masterclass here, hasn't he, against Pep Guardiola once again. Outdone him. Outthought him. Same old, same old. If you say he's surprised, you're a liar. Elmi says if Aguero doesn't start next game, I will be surprised. Aguero should be on the field, shouldn't he? So United will back themselves in a title race now, won't they? Against City. In 21 games, City, that's how the win streak ends. 21. They can't make it 22. Big test from today. And they haven't passed it. Well played, De Bruyne. Lindelof goes flying in with a tackle. Zinchenko. Pep always gets it wrong against United. Always gets it wrong. Stones. Elmis says City is still going to win the league. We all know it. Yeah, I think they still win the league, won't they? They still win the league, but they should be beating Manchester United in the process. They should not be losing to Manchester United, especially this United side. Here's De Bruyne. Chance! Is that a block by De Bruyne? On De Bruyne? No, it's a goal kick. Straight into Rose head by De Bruyne. Been terrible again today, De Bruyne. 3 games in a row now. We'll see how this game's going to end. Man of the match wise, I'm not going to bother giving one because no one's been any good. Elmis says, I'm an Arsenal fan. How did Arteta beat Ollie but Pep can't? Does Pep need to learn? And this is why do you guys think that in the games we lose? Jurgen says Chelsea and Leicester next. If this performance in those matches, don't know what to say after that. Elmis says Stones and Foden. The man of the match. I think, yeah, Pep's been terrible today, hasn't he? Got it wrong, hasn't he? Definitely got it wrong. Although Sterling's had 2 glorious chances and he's missed them, so. But he decided to, he put Sterling on the field, didn't he? He put Sterling on the field and he kept him on the field. I mean, Chelsea and Leicester next. If City were to lose to Chelsea and Leicester, then United could win the league, couldn't they? City have got to get their heads up after this. Oh, De Bruyne has given the ball away to Bruno Fernandes. He's walked all over De Bruyne today, Bruno Fernandes. Really has. Here's McTominay. I think man of the match got to be Luke Shaw, hasn't it? I think he's been good for United at full-back, defensively and offensively. Long ball forward here. Rodri. Terrible header by Rodri. And this is why do you guys think that in these games we're so poor? Ender, I think it's just because the players don't care, do they? Do you know what I mean? There's no... It doesn't mean anything to the players. They're 11 points clear. They're nice and comfortable. They don't care if they win against United. It doesn't mean to the players what it means to the City fans. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't mean anything to them. It doesn't mean anything at all. It's just another game. A game that there's not too much pressure on to win. I think Pep's got it wrong. I think that tends to happen as well. Pep tends to get it wrong. And Sterling always misses. We can't finish our chances. Same story as last season. Now, of course, it's been on a 21-game win streak. You can't get too unhappy. You say you've won 21 games. But why does it always have to be against United that we bottle it? Against your rivals. Jurgen says, don't forget Mahrez and his stupid followers who just can't stand him being criticised. Yeah, well... This is the problem with supporting one player. This is the problem, isn't it? people seem to support players more than the club. I think that if a player's playing well, they deserve to be, you've got to, say how good they were. When Rodri's been playing well, I've given him credit. I've said how good he's been. But when he's bad, I criticise him. These players are millionaires, They shouldn't be immune from criticism when they play bad. I know they're human at the end of the day, and everyone has an off day. But you can't all have an off day. Shiva says we've had 21 shots and only 5 on target. Jurgen says against the team we hate with our life. Yeah, it always happens. They always lose to United, Jurgen. Just get used to it. They might win the league, but they don't beat Manchester United in the games that technically to them don't mean anything. 92 minutes played. Just put me out my misery and blow the final whistle. We'll have to see how the City players react at the end of this game. They'll probably be all happy at the end of this game, which is really frustrating. Someone's put out here on Twitter, I've just seen Sterling will be quiet on social media until his next tap-in. Exactly. Mrs. Haaland to City must happen. Just so frustrating. Gets outdone every single time, doesn't he? Pep Guardiola against Solskjaer. And I mean, I suppose he can't count that he didn't have a striker. Ender says, do you still think that we can win the Champions League? No. Definitely not Ender. I didn't, even when we were on this 21 game win streak, I didn't think City would win the Champions League. I still don't think City will win the Champions League now. City's problem last season was they couldn't finish the chances and they couldn't score goals. This season at least, they couldn't score goals, they couldn't finish the chances, and they couldn't defend. They've improved the defensive situation, but now they can't finish the chances because they still haven't got a striker without Aguero. Sheba says we have to lose sometime, just not like this. Hopefully the team will improve over this. Yeah, definitely. Of course, they're always going to lose. And if they lost any game, if they lost to Chelsea, Leicester, but United, they always seem to do it against United, don't they, City? Look at Fernandes watching on. He's ready to run on the field like he's just won the Champions League, Bruno Fernandes. Still trophyless in his career, but, they'll make it out like they've just won the league. But the pressure's on City now, because if they start playing bad City now, they'll bottle the league title. They've got it in them. They've definitely got it in them. Here's Phil Foden. 1 minute remaining. Fred clears it away. Counter for United, dealt with by Ruben Diaz. Rodri. Mahrez. Well done, Riyad Mahrez. Great play. Straight to Dan James on the counter for United. Here's Greenwood. Switch a play out wide to Luke Shaw, is it? No, it's Brandon Williams. Walker leaves it. And it's a goal kick for City. Kyle Walker having a go at his teammates there. No use, Kyle. There's no passion in this team at the moment. Guardiola always loses to United at home. We just don't beat them at the Etihad, do it. Just don't do it. Just doesn't happen. Anthony Taylor wants us to take 10 minutes to take this free kick. Run a bit of time down so he can take off his black shirt and show his red shirt. Here's De Bruyne. Sterling. Maguire loses it to Zinchenko. Foden. Gundogan. Pointless scoring now, City. They've been crap all game. Here's Mahrez. Oh. De Bruyne with a rebound. Gundogan. Cleared away for a corner. There's a... They want handball for a penalty here. No, it's Gundogan's arm, but his arm's on his side. Gary says City can still win the Champions League, but need to get back to strong defensively, just not quite the same last 2 or 3 games. Agreed, Gary. Sheba says that Anthony Taylor's a huge United and Arsenal fan. Cross comes in, cleared away, and that is full time. Manchester City lose the derby once again against Manchester United. And Pep's all smiles. Doesn't mean anything to him, unfortunately. We'll probably win the league, but we still can't win a Manchester derby. Shocking from Manchester City. And player ratings wise, we tend to avoid the player ratings because City have been so good in recent weeks that it's just a blanket sort of 5s or 6s or well even more probably 7s and 8s. Today, it's a different story, isn't it? Edison didn't have anything to do, did he? He should have saved the penalty. 4. Cancelo was at fault for that second goal. 4. Let us know in the comments as well. Diaz was average. 5. Stones, probably the best player on the pitch at the moment. 6. Zinchenko didn't put a foot wrong really. 5. Rodri. 3. He got overrunning that midfield so easily. De Bruyne probably as bad as Rodri, but for his standards that he sets himself, probably a 2 for Kevin De Bruyne. Gundogan a 3. Sterling, minus figures for Raheem Sterling. Shocking performance again. The same goes for Gabriel Jesus. And Mahrez probably a 2 as well. Absolutely dire from Manchester City. Absolutely dire. They were unbelievably poor, weren't they, today? And it just shows, doesn't it? They just did not care. That's the difference between City and United today. United cared about that game. United wanted to win that game. And United were much the better side than City. And when you get beat by the better side, you have to admit it. And it's not nice being beat against your rivals. But when you're that poor, when you just give it to them within 40 seconds, when you've said, here you are, here's a goal, I'll gift wrap it for you with Gabriel Jesus. And then at the other end, Raheem Sterling misses 2 of the biggest sitters you'll ever see. You just know. Jurgen says I would rate below a 3 for everyone except John Stones. Ender says Mahrez was kind of good. I didn't think he was, to be honest with you, Ender. I didn't think he was. No passion to win, says Julie. And that's going to end today's stream. So City, the win streak's over, as I expected. Citizen Sanders says Stones is best player today. Margaret says City are all better than this. But they're not against United, are they? So we're going to end today's stream today. Thank you very much for watching. During the stream, we had a FIFA 21 episode go up. Our final episode, the penultimate episode, a Champions League final, a Premier League final, and an FA Cup final. So go and watch that. It went up at 4:30. So go and check that out. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. And we'll be back for the next City game, which is this weekend, I think. Just got to hope for something better in that game. Surely City bounced back. But that was terrible for Manchester City, wasn't it? Really, really terrible. You can't be happy as a City fan. What a way to ruin your weekend. So City 0, Manchester United 2. Thank you very much for joining in. Try and forget about it. Stay off social media is my thing, because, you know, United fans, that's the Champions League final for them. They've just won it. That's the only trophy they're going to see all season. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. By the way, no one got the score right because no one predicted the Manchester United win. We'll see you next time, everyone.